Hello and good morning. This is Chris Fletcher from Capita Integrated Business Solutions, and good thing we're just about ready to start now. So, good morning and welcome to the first in our series of Integra Centros webinars. I'd like to thank you for investing your time and joining us today. Just quick background. So my name is Chris Fletcher and I'm the healthcare lead at CIBS, or Capita IB Solutions. I've been working for Capita for about 20 months, but I've been working in software and with the NHS for the best part of a decade. So I think we start with, sort of what am I going to cover today in the next 30 minutes or so? A little bit of a structure, if you like. To begin with, I will cover off the presentation, following setting the scene. We're going to start with the challenges and pain points, which is all underpinned by our research and working with customers and partners to gain valuable insights and what we understand to be your strategic objectives that you've set out, which overcome challenges that you have within your respective industries and markets. I think it's worth mentioning, whilst we're in a great position working with our customers and partnering with them, it's the 30 years of experience we've had doing this in the public sector that puts us in a fantastic position to support you and deliver these insights. So uncovering some of the research and looking at what are the challenges and pain points which will lead to the strategic objectives that we believe to be that need to be delivered to overcome them. We've picked out some key questions. So first one, operational costs are too high. What can I do to manage and control these costs? How can I drive efficiency, strip away manual processes and empower my organisation to evolve and grow? That might sound familiar. How can I be both compliant and transparent? Very current these days. And how can I control cash better and enhance debt recovery? So what I'm going to take you through now really is those questions and align to the best practice we understand from the research we've undertaken, and just talk to you a little bit about some of the areas we've got solutions for you. So reducing operational costs. We talk about the digital agenda, digital solutions that empower people. It's a very current topic at the moment. Looking at areas like mobile, where workforces are becoming more agile now to reduce overheads and costs and enable a better work-life balance too. Real-time reporting, drilling into your big data and making the best use of it. And then looking at cognitive and robotic learning. So really there we're thinking about the best way of managing your data and using highly configurable software to manage your data, reducing workload and driving efficiency. So we go and talk about driving efficiencies as the next area. So how can I drive efficiency, strip away manual processes, empower my organisation to evolve and grow? So we're looking at the predictable costings of software, drill down reporting, reduction in manual processes, automated workflows, alignment with visibility in procurement. So what does all that mean really? Ultimately what we're talking about is reducing costs and overheads whilst delivering the highest, whilst you're still delivering the highest possible level of service to your customers who may well be the public and the people that you serve. Transparency and compliance is extremely current at the moment. How do we go about delivering that? So our customers that we work with are looking at things like how do they become completely auditable? How do they meet the legislation from the government? How do they represent their data and their information? Manage digital records and interact with a third-party organisation so that they can be fully integrated and meet legislation like GDPR. Again, we want to focus on looking at real-time reporting so quicker decisions can be made in a more effective manner. in a transparent and compliant way. Look to automate wherever possible and remove manual intervention. Look at security and the effectiveness of data management, which is key and underpins all of the points above. So we also look at cash control. How can I control cash better and enhance debt recovery? So drill down into your big data and make the best use of that. So you're optimizing that data asset as well as you can be. You can reduce human error. Again, that's the whole automation piece, which leads on to more audibility and enhanced reporting and visibility. So just before we were covering off the pain points there, and then hopefully some of those resonate with you in terms of the challenges, which will form the strategic objectives from a high level that should drill down through entire organisations to a user level in order to deliver benefits and operational reductions in cost, etc. I think it's important now to take a moment to talk about the digital agenda and how that impacts everyone today within, whether in the private or the public sector. We've chosen to take a few key areas where we know legislation is coming in or is already in place, and also look at some of the technology that's available to help us meet that and deliver against the challenges that are in front of us. So we look at e-invoicing and procurement. Have a quick look at that. I think here what we're focusing on here is a government initiative which was brought in back in 2015. The UK government announced a number of initiatives due to be rolled out in April 2019. With announcements from Stephen McPartland, an MP, shared electronic invoicing could save the public sector and its suppliers a minimum of £2 billion per annum by streamlining government administrative processes at a stroke. I think this insight is important. It just shows the opportunity to all organisations. They're trying to reduce whether it's trying to reduce paper, and also automate processes, so it's paying suppliers on time, but the importance of e-procurement and e-invoicing is certainly there from an operational benefits perspective, but also the need to deliver around complying with legislation too. Again, some more benefits. So the way that Centros can help you with this particular agenda there. So we've got the improved visibility, efficiency, productivity, pick a couple of others, looking at reduced costs, reduced errors and duplication, all these benefits which are delivered through Integra Centros. So move on to making tax digital. Again, another legislative need that's arisen, and whether it's been put upon you or it's something that you see the value and benefit in, nonetheless it's here. Obviously, we have a solution that's available to you, which many of you may have already been informed about. Before we go into those areas, though, I think it's important just to look at the reasons behind it and why organisations are going digital. So what we're doing here is crafted a solution that directly interfaces with HMRC. It's easily configurable, transparent, and it delivers a fully integrated platform working between HMRC and Integra. Just going to quickly cover off the true multi-company as one. So what we're finding in industry at the moment is that organisations, whether you be in the public or private sector, are looking at ways to reduce costs of your estates, buildings, whatever it may be. Look to deploy more flexible architecture in the cloud, for example. All these things may come within the spirit of collaborating with your business partners or with other local public sector organisations. An example of that could be within the NHS at the moment, where we're seeing sustainability and transformation programs driven down from government, from the Lord Carter report, which are looking at organisations now aligning and consolidating their back office, providing opportunities to share services, share procurement services, drive down costs, etc. There's some really, really great work going on out there, which we're involved with. Ultimately, looking at Centros to be the platform to provide the flexibility and enable you to manage that level of collaboration. So, within there, you've got shared configuration costs across multiple companies, solid line drawdown. Companies can work independently while still in the same structure, and company-specific month and year-end capability. Underpinning that, more control for yourselves, more visibility through the reporting, and a more flexible platform. Okay, another area that we've been focusing on is looking at APIs and enabled integration. So we're currently working with APIs for Integra Centros, and that's a really exciting prospect for us in the sense that it's going to enable organisations to fully integrate with their other business systems in a way that enables them to still control security and the flow of data. It's become more streamlined and provide a higher level of service to your customers, being more connected. How we're doing that is through APIs is better integration with your external systems, as I mentioned. What it also does is enables you for future developments. So looking at the future around chatbots and robotics or robotic process automation. You might be there on that journey, but if you're not, it's a platform that's going to our platform is going to enable you to go there when you're ready. So really summarising that area, we're providing a platform future-proofing you, which will pave the way for the cloud and allow interfacing with fantastic new exciting technology like AI, robotics, and also provide you with a platform that you can do more with your analytics and MI and provide a much stronger user and customer experience for the people that you work with or serve. Yes, streamlining, saving, and empowering being key areas there. So talking about Integra Centros and how it can be provided and how it's consumed. It is a platform that's available on-premise. However, the way we see the future going is really delivering it through the cloud. So what Capita Integrated Business Solutions have done is been working hard in the background in forging a strategic relationship with Microsoft. We are a Microsoft Gold partner, and through that we're able to offer the Microsoft Azure platform to our clients. And Centros will sit within that infrastructure and architecture. Why do that? Because it enables you access, as I've referred to before, to a whole host of services and makes you become more interoperable and have a fully integrated solution to deliver and connect with your customers and your clients. So again, it offers multi-company benefits. Other areas, it's web-based. Web-based increases flexibility and access and delivers more capabilities. There's a whole host of extended functionality which provides a best-in-class finance functionality for you. We're going forwards, working with our partners, delivering what we see as the future of finance and procurement in our business, but also integrating with all the latest current technologies. Centros is the platform to do that through. I just want to just talk a little bit about the cloud. Whether you're in the private sector or public sector market spaces, we've seen the cloud emerge and is now very much in the forefront of a lot of leaders' minds in their strategic strategy, in the strategic mindset. So, apologies. An example of this in the NHS is in January we saw the Secretary of State for Health and Social Care sign off on guidance that helps public health organisations move data from on-site servers to cloud servers in data centres run by companies such as Microsoft. Well, clearly we forged a strategic partnership with Microsoft We've seen other public sector organisations like the police forces using it across London, as well as the Ministry of Defence. I think the key thing there is the reasons they're doing it, which is value for money and security now. Nowadays, where we are currently, security of the public cloud, I think, we feel like it is there and it's delivering the value and return on investment for customers. So it's certainly worth exploring. So we just take a quick look at the pros and cons. Clearly, with cloud, you can access the system anytime, anywhere. On-site servers, we know that there's a lack of mobility. With the cloud, you've got predictable costs, whereas with on-premise, you're looking at large upfront costs. Cloud, again, reduced cost and infrastructure, whereas with on-premise, you're looking at maintenance costs and responsibility. Where your software sits in the cloud, you can negate that. Also, within the cloud, it's a more agile environment. You've got the agility, you can deploy faster, and we can deploy our solutions more quickly for you, so you can get a return on investment more quickly, opposed to being on-premise, where perhaps there's a longer time to implement due to the hardware requirements. So just wrapping up around a few areas on that, we've talked about the digital agenda, we talked about e-invoicing and the importance around legislation and what benefits that can deliver to you, which is something which is very current within the business world, and Centros can deliver a platform to enable you to achieve those strategic goals around that. True multi-company is one. Centros has got the true multi-company capabilities to enable your organisation to work with other organisations and deliver shared and collaborative services. We've got the API integration within there, as I talked about, which will open up a world of exciting technology and allow you to fully integrate with your third-party business applications to deliver a higher level of service to your customers and clients. And looking at the future and what does Centros bring? A quick snapshot, a little bit of a tease perhaps, but the UI for Centros is being worked on very hard at the moment in partnership with some of our partners who are supporting us with the look and feel and usability of that. So here's a screenshot of what the reporting dashboards will look like in a refreshed view of Integra in the Centros platform. So in terms of where we are with Centros, we have our trailblazer, Nottingham University Hospitals NHS Trust, who worked with us and partnered with us to deliver the first live and up and running site in November 2018. We thank them for their support and hard work through that process. We have a number of other clients in both public and private sector who we are working with to implement Centros at present, and looking forward to working with a number of customers in the future, taking you on your journey as you start to look at where your future strategy is taking you. I think what we like to do as well, is certainly encourage organisations that have found that some of this has resonated with you today, and you are thinking about your strategic objectives and how do you reach them, to come and talk to us about Integra Centros. We'll come and consult with you, and we'll come and talk to you about the benefits in more detail and how can we help you on your journey. So what we're going to do now is just take some questions and answers, really. We're going to go through that and do as many as we can in the time we've got. What I will assure you of is if we can't, we will make sure we respond to all questions and answers in our follow-up.
Okay, so the first question that we've had come through by sent in. So currently we have extracts that create intercompany postings for us in the general ledger. Will these no longer be required?
Okay, that's a good question. I think at migration there will be a single GL, so the extraction process will continue as before.
Okay.
Okay.
Does Centros support NHS and PEPL strategy?
Again, a very pertinent question. The simple answer is yes, Centros will support these changes. They'll be supported in Centros only, which is important, not earlier versions of Integra, and not only PEPL, but also GS1 and Scan for Safety, which is all important within our NHS market, certainly.
Okay, next one. When NML 17 came in, we had to rewrite reports. Will this be the case for Centros?
So we've got to answer that. Yep, the original company field will be maintained with Centros, so exciting reports will continue to work. You may, however, want to review cash and procurement reports to take advantage of the new multiple company aspect of these modules to get the most from it.
Okay. We currently operate with a single company. Will this mean that we now need to re-engineer processes to deal with multi-companies?
Okay, so what I think about that? Well, though Centros is multi-company system, you can still operate it with just one company. So no changes to processes will be required post-migration.
Okay.
Okay, guys, I think we've got...
The next question is quite technical, so I think what we'll do is we'll pass it on to Rick and Andrew, who'll be able to help with the technical answers to these. So any more questions that you have, if you just submit them in the Q&A box of your email, and then we'll pass on to the technical team and send out any answers to you in the follow-up email.
Great, thank you very much. Thanks for the questions, and like I said, be assured we'll get back to you with any further answers and hopefully some consultations around Centros. Well, I think one other thing we'd really like to talk and encourage your participation in is our finance survey for 2022. You know, the insights that we get from our customers and our partners are so important to us, and we do collaborate and work together with them. So if you could complete this survey for us. Yeah, in terms of the next email you receive will be around this survey. And if you could complete that and send it back, it obviously helps us, steers our future direction of travel in respect of everything we do. So that'd be fantastic if you could participate and get involved in that. Right then, well, let's all say thank you very much for joining today's webinar. We've got a few contact details on there for you to contact your respective representative within Capita Integrated Business Solutions. So obviously I'm Chris Fletcher. There's also Andrew Woods, who looks after local government, some of our private sector organisations in the UK, and Sarah Hunt, who looks after our Irish customers. So to say thank you very much for joining, and I hope you found some use and insight in what we talked about today, and we look forward to talking to you more about your challenges in the future. Thank you very much.